Guys, it's Pedro here. So today I'm going to be talking about the Redskins possibly trading the number 2 pick and also some more really important Trent Williams trade news and who we're going to pick at 66. So if you guys are new, subscribe for Redskins and NFL content. So let's get right into it. So some news came out on that Ian Rappaport said about the Redskins trading the number 2 pick and some Trent Williams trade landing spots also came out, so I'm going to be talking about that. So you really want to stay tuned for this video because there is a lot of important information. So let's get started. So I'm going to read this. If you look at the headlines, like if you have Bleacher Report, it just says, "Oh, the Redskins are shopping the number 2 pick." But what it really says, the Redskins have begun to receive calls from teams interested in trading up to the number 2 overall selection. They aren't intent on moving out of the pick. Many believe will be Ohio State defensive end Chase Young, but they are listening. Keyword, they are listening. Teams are laying groundwork. So pretty much what it means is teams, like they do every year, are calling to the number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5 picks and asking to trade up. Um, and the Redskins are obviously going to listen. They would be foolish not to. If a team offers you 3 first-round picks, maybe even 4, you're going to highly consider taking that. I don't think they should take anything less than 3 first-round picks, and I don't think, and the most important thing, I don't think a team is going to be willing to give up a bunch of picks to go up to number 2. I think the Dolphins are fine with either Tua or Herbert at 5, and same thing applies to the Chargers at 6. And I really don't think a team is going to trade up to number 2, or if they do, it's really not going to be for much. Maybe a team trades to number 3, but I really doubt it. The only way we trade is if Joe Burrow gets taken. It does not get taken number 1. That's the only way, but I do think he's going to get taken number 1. But like I said, I still, if let's, so I was at like a 95% chance we're going to take Chase Young. This may be down to like a 90-92. Really didn't bump it down at all. I still really think we're going to take Chase Young. Just if a team blows us out of the water with a trade offer, I do think we will consider taking it because if you got, instead of Chase Young, so if you get, here's the two comparisons. You get Chase Young or you get Okuda / Simmons, an elite tackle or a decent tackle at 18, and maybe a decent other player. So, I mean, it's something to consider, but I still rather have Chase Young. Let me know what you guys think about that specific trade scenario. Now let's go on to the Trent Williams, really important news. So, I'm sorry about that. A lot of teams have been calling about Trent Williams in the last couple of days. A lot of teams. So, Josina Anderson, really reliable source, said, "I'm told acquiring Trent Williams is still on the table for the Browns. Nothing is imminent or super close right now, but the Browns are keeping their thumb on the situation." And she also reported yesterday that she asked a player on a team needing a tackle, who they would like to, or who they would want to draft this year in the draft, and they said Trent Williams. So I think that could have been the Browns or could have been another team, but a lot of the rumors are heating up right now. You got the Vikings who have been rumored to go after Trent, who have been coming back in the last couple of days. Chargers again heating up today. So I think there's a lot of potential trading spots for Trent Williams that could happen today, or not, probably the day of the draft. And one thing to keep your eye on, if we do not take, if the Browns don't take a tackle in the first round, then I would think that there's a very high chance we trade with them because they really need a tackle and they're rumored to want a tackle. And if they don't take one in the first round, that probably means they're comfortable giving us a second round pick or maybe a third and a fourth, something like that. And I'm going to be talking about this for another minute or so, but stay tuned for some news on the 66th overall pick. So, yeah, I think a deal's going to happen soon. John Keim also said more teams getting involved or at least inquiring. Will be interesting to see if anything happens before the draft or after the first round if teams fail to get their guy. Minnesota was a team to watch, but wonder if Vikings blew their chance. Like I said in my video, I said it before almost everyone else a couple weeks ago or a week ago why the Redskins will draft or trade Trent Williams during the draft. And then another report came out that Peter King said it. So I was pretty sure that they were going to do this, and pretty much why John Keim said it, because if teams strike out on their tackles that they want in the draft, and they're not comfortable taking, let's say, an Austin Jackson at like 18 or 20, when all the other tackles are off the board, then maybe they're willing to trade us the second round pick, which is more than we were originally going to get if we just traded him this or last week or before. So I think a deal is going to most likely happen during the draft, whether it be beginning of day one, like maybe Thursday early morning, or whether it be Thursday night or day two of the draft. I really think that's what's going to happen. There's still a small possibility that they trade him at the end of they trade him after the draft, but if they don't get a deal that they like. But I really think that unless it's a really low ball offer, which I don't think is going to happen, I think you got to take, if we get 2/3 or a third and a fourth, a high third, a high fourth, then I would take that deal if you don't have anything else. I would try to squeeze out as much as you can, but I think trying to get as many picks as possible this year is important. Maybe you get that third and a fourth or something, or go get that third 66th overall pick and that whatever third you got from the Trent Williams trade, and maybe trade to the top of the second or something, and you can get an Austin Jackson, Josh Jones, one of those tackles that maybe potentially could start right away. That's just my opinion. I think we got to use our picks to get players, and preferably, like I said in my video yesterday or the day before, we could trade Trent Williams for like a second or 2/3, a third and a fifth, whatever the deal is, and use those picks for a player, whether it be David Njoku or specifically OJ Howard would be what I would like. Get OJ Howard for maybe a fourth and a fifth, something like that, and we would still, because of the Trent Williams deal, have another fourth or whatever and a third. So I think use those picks from Trent Williams to try to get established player this year, or use it to trade up in the draft, because a lot of mid-round picks are good, but I rather have get a second-round pick with that. That's just my opinion, I think. Also, I would not mind stocking up on picks next year, because teams usually like to get picks this year, like the year that they're drafting, but I think that you can get a little more value if you get a pick the next year, but still would prefer to get picks this year. So, Grant Paulson, who's kind of iffy, I don't like him that much, but a lot of people, reputable sources agreed with him, and this is what he said: based on everything I've heard, don't bank on the Redskins targeting the tight end position in the third round. Obviously, the way the board falls will determine what they do. They're expecting the value at tight end to come later than pick 66. So, I mean, that's kind of expected, unless there's someone like if Cole Kmet is there, which a lot of people are saying he might end up in the first round, but if someone like that isn't available, if Adam Troutman isn't available, Cole Kmet isn't available, then I really think that it's more a wide receiver / offensive tackle position that they're going to target. Maybe cornerback or safety if one of those positions good players fall, but I think it's going to be offensive tackle, maybe wide receiver. And yeah, I think also Chase Claypool could be a pick at 66, who he is a wide receiver, but he also can play tight end. He can play both positions, so that could be someone they target at 66 if he's there. But yeah, I think try to target wide receiver / offensive tackle there. I mean, the best thing to do is get the best player available, but obviously if there's someone like Jonathan Taylor, a really good running back there, which probably won't happen, but if there's, don't go for that. Even though he's the best player available, you don't need him. If there's a quarterback there, don't get him. Go for best player available, but also taking into consideration the positions you're targeting. So tight end, offensive tackle, cornerback, and receiver are the positions that we're probably going to target the most. Let me know what you guys think. I know there's a lot of stuff in here, but just don't, a lot of these rumors about us trading back, I really think we're just doing our due diligence. I think there's still a low chance we're going to trade that pick unless some team blows us out of the water. Something I found very interesting is that in the RG3 trade, like, they got a lot more capital than I think we would get this year. They went from 2 to 6, the Rams did, and got 3 first-round picks, a second, and something else too. And I think at max we'll get, like, if we trade back to 5, we'll get 5, 18, and like a second, and that would be if we're lucky. unless Joe Burrow falls, and that if that happens, I really think we're gonna get um 3 first-round picks because the Dolphins love Joe Burrow. But thanks for watching, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe if you guys are new, and turn the notifications on, guys, because it's gonna be crazy the next couple days. Probably gonna be streaming tomorrow, but you're gonna want to turn those notifications on because I'm gonna be updating you guys on every pick we do, every trade we do, so you guys don't want to miss out on that. So, like I said, thanks for watching, guys, and peace.